odds they'd get a piece of this huge new project now. Met with stony silence, Mrs. Wilson snapped, "What? Cat got your tongues? Don't tell me you're not confident we can score even a tiny slice of a $2 billion pie." Everyone exchanged nervous glances, no one daring to speak. Her anger rising, the iron-willed matriarch declared through gritted teeth, "All right, I'll lay it on the line. Whoever brings in the $30 million partnership with M. Grand gets named the new director of Wilson Group." End of story. Stunned faces gaped back at her. Mrs. Wilson had always ruled with an iron fist, never appointing an official successor. The director role wielded immense power, all but securing its holder as the future head of Wilson Group. Dangling the position as an incentive showed how desperately Lady Wilson wanted in on M. Grand's deal. But as juicy as the director spot was, winning it seemed impossible. The Wilson clan all knew that securing the deal with M. Grand was a pipe dream. M. Grand's execs wouldn't give Mrs. Wilson the time of day, let alone agree to a partnership. The meeting hall fell into uncomfortable silence. No one willing to chase a prize so laughably out of reach. Seeing their hesitation, Mrs. Wilson demanded, "You're all part of the Wilson family. Don't you want to do your part to help us succeed?" She zeroed in on Harold. "Harold, I'm putting you in charge of this." Harold laughed nervously. "Grandma, the M. Grand Group just cleaned out Gerald's family, and they're way stronger than us. How are we supposed to land a contract with them?" "Idiot," Mrs. Wilson snapped. "Giving up without even trying? You're even more useless than Charlie." Deep down, the Iron Lady was sick of settling for second-rate status. She dreamed of catapulting the Wilson family to the next level. And this M. Grand project was their one shot. No matter how difficult, she refused to let it slip away. She'd assumed Harold, as the eldest grandson, would jump at the chance to prove himself. His spineless refusal infuriated her. Harold felt trapped. Who in their right mind would take on such an impossible task? M. Grand's people would probably boot him out the door. He'd fail miserably and become the laughingstock of Eris Hill. No way in hell was he agreeing to that. After ripping Harold a new one, Mrs. Wilson barked, "Anyone else have the guts to step up and take this on? Speak up!" Charlie gently elbowed Claire and whispered, "Babe, you should volunteer for this." "Are you nuts?" Claire hissed. "There's no way M. Grand would partner with some small-time firm like us." Charlie just smiled, confidently. "Trust me, you can totally land this deal." "Wait, seriously?" Claire asked, surprised. "Absolutely," Charlie assured her. "I have total faith in you. Seize this chance, and your status in the family will skyrocket." Though perplexed, Claire found herself believing him. Almost in a trance, she stood up and declared, "Grandma, I'm willing to give it a shot." The entire Wilson clan dumbfounded. They all thought she'd lost her mind. Talk about a death wish, hogging the spotlight like that. What could possibly come from it besides utter humiliation? M. Grand Group was the biggest conglomerate in Eris Hill. What would they want with some small fry like the Wilsons? Anyone volunteering for this guaranteed train wreck was doomed to fail. Harold couldn't resist mocking her. "Claire, you seriously think you have a shot at landing a contract with M. Grand?" Wendy joined in, sneering. "Get real, Claire. You know your place, and you know where M. Grand sits. Strolling in there half-cocked is just going to drag our family name through the mud." Another voice chimed in, "Totally. When M. Grand throws her out on her butt, the Wilsons will be the laughingstock of the whole city." Claire's cheeks burned with embarrassment. Ever since marrying Charlie, her standing in the family had plummeted. She felt increasingly sidelined, nearly pushed out entirely. Even her parents were targets of constant ridicule. Deep down, Claire hoped scoring this M. Grand project would cement her position and let her parents hold their heads high again. But now, getting raked over the coals by the whole clan, her confidence wavered. She shot Charlie a pained look. Why had she let him talk her into this? If she'd known it would blow up so spectacularly, she never would have stood up in the first place. Hearing their snarky commentary, Mrs. Wilson seethed with rage. After repeatedly pleading for someone to step up, no one had the guts. Now that Claire finally volunteered, these ingrates were dumping ice water on her head. The old matriarch had never been Claire's biggest fan, but at least the girl was trying to help shoulder the burden, unlike the rest of these spineless clams, especially Harold. Her darling grandson had really let her down this time. With that, Mrs. Wilson's attitude toward Claire shifted dramatically. "Enough!" she barked. "Since the rest of you are too chicken to try, shut your mouths. Claire will be the one to handle negotiations with M. Grand Group. End of discussion." Claire swallowed hard. "Don't worry, Grandma," I'll with rage. After repeatedly pleading for someone to step up, no one had the guts. Now that Claire finally volunteered, these ingrates were dumping ice water on her head. The old matriarch had never been Claire's biggest fan, but at least the girl was trying to help shoulder the burden, unlike the rest of these spineless clams, especially Harold. Her darling grandson had really let her down this time. With that, Mrs. Wilson's attitude toward Claire shifted dramatically. "Enough!" she barked. "Since the rest of you are too chicken to try, shut your mouths. Claire will be the one to handle negotiations with M. Grand Group. End of discussion." Claire swallowed hard. "Don't worry, Grandma. I'll give it my all. I promise." Harold scoffed under his breath. "What's the point? You're just going to crash and burn and humiliate the family." Charlie shot back, "Geez, Harold, why so negative? You don't think the Wilsons are good enough to partner with M. Grand?" Caught off guard that Charlie dared speak up, and seeing Mrs. Wilson's darkening expression, Harold backpedaled. "That's not what I meant. I just don't think Claire has a prayer of pulling this off." "All right then," Charlie grinned slyly. "How about a little wager? If Claire manages to open negotiations, you get down on your knees in front of everyone and knock your head on the floor 3 times, admitting you were dead wrong. But if she strikes out, I'll do the groveling. What do you say?" Harold barked out a laugh. "You're on, loser. No way I'll lose to a piece of trash like you." Charlie nodded, looking smug. "Okay. The whole family is witness. If either of us welches, we're basically wishing death on our parents and grandparents." Knowing Harold wouldn't dare back out if it meant cursing his beloved grandma to an early grave, Mrs. Wilson would have his head. "Fine by me," Harold crowed, oblivious to the trap he'd just walked into. In his mind, losing was impossible. "Y'all heard it. Get ready to watch this bum kneel to me." Claire was stunned. She kept signaling Charlie with her eyes to drop it, but he paid no attention. Mrs. Wilson couldn't care less about their little pissing contest. Her sole focus was getting the Wilsons on M. Grand's partner list. If Claire pulled